The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Here we are, face to face. No one ever to love you. I'll stand by you.
Oh, I'm like, what song is that?
I don't think I did it right. Here we are, face to face.
Oh, I'm thinking of here we are, two of us together.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Secret lovers.
What am I singing?
You're singing
Am I okay? Am I a stupid idiot?
Do you smell toast?
Yes.
No, I know what song you're doing. You're doing
Here we face to face. I gotta look it up now.
Is it like Lover Boy?
We're wasting precious time, but this is important.
Love. All I have
Here
is
we are, face to face. I feel like it's like Bonnie Raitt or one of those Linda Ronstadt or Gloria Stefan.
Oh. No.
Oh wait, no.
No.
Here we are.
The rhythm is gonna get you.
Face to. Is this Miami Sound Machine? I don't know what we're doing here.
The rhythm is gonna get you.
I want to start the show by welcoming a few new patrons. One of them is a high school friend of mine and my wife's best friend.
Aw.
Lauren G. Welcome to the gang.
Aw, Lauren G.
She discovered the show and
It sounds like Warren G.
I'm sure she hear. Actually, I wonder, do you hear that a lot? Text me. I want to know. I forget why she ended up hearing the show, but she fell in love with it and she's supporting and makes me very happy.
Nice.
I'm always shocked when people enjoy this. Do you know what I mean? in some way, and in some ways, I can't believe people care. So, G, welcome, thank you, and then also we have two other new patrons who, for the first time ever, both would like to remain anonymous. So, thank you to everybody new and welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy it.
They don't want anybody to know that they listen.
I think maybe. I understand. I don't want people to know I host it sometimes. You probably can relate too. I mean, it's like, it's fun to do, but also it's like, sometimes it's a real drag when people hear shit. Yeah. You doing all right? No Darren today, by the way. Darren actually has work tonight, so Darren couldn't be here. I guess this is not work, or he just doesn't care about this, or whatever the situation is. Darren's not here, and we have a phone call in a little while.
Nice.
I have an acquaintance of mine who worked on the production side of that AstroWorld disaster, and so we're gonna have him on the phone, and he's gonna talk about his side of it as to what he feel like may have gone wrong, or we're going to ask questions and get to the bottom of it. But we have fun stuff first. What was I going to say about Darren? I don't remember. Last week we
black.
Is it? I don't see that though.
I don't know. I guess we're not supposed to say that.
I
said that once, and people were like, "Oh, you're that girl." I'm like,
cool,
but
cool.
I don't.
Yeah, I really don't.
And then they said, "Well, you don't see me then," and I was like,
"Oh, you can't win. You can't win." I only know that Darren is black when I look at his rap sheet because it's so long.
It's long, right?
So long, and like
so
much carjacking and like gang stuff. And
remember when he was 5? He told the story when he went on the bus all alone in his shorts. Remember?
No.
He took the bus alone. He like snuck away, and he was on.
Oh, and his mom got mad.
Lost.
Yeah, his mom got mad. I do remember that. Cute little Darren.
That's where it started.
But last week we ended it by promising that this week would be all about dick talk.
Oh,
talking about dicks. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we promised to do that, but
were people like, hell no?
I had a game to play, but it doesn't work if it's just you and me.
Oh, okay.
Because the game is called a threesome. No, the game it's
show me your dick.
Exactly.
But
and
it
you
will.
Don't see mine. It's true. So I'm gonna wait till Darren's back until we do the old cock game.
Okay.
Cool. Mm-hmm. But really, what I want to talk about, and that's just something you want to share.
Not that I have. My memory is like I'm actually concerned for myself.
Oh no. Okay.
Like my memory's really like
mine is too.
I used to have the best one, and now I don't know if it's. I think it's because we have so many things now. We have a phone, we have a car, we have this, we have that. And it's like...
And we're in touch with so many people and so many different things.
Your brain can only take like so much.
I want to quickly apologize to you, if I may.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
Talk
behind my back?
Well, no, never. No. I think you know damn well that everything I say is to you and to anybody. Last week was out of control on my part. I'm sorry. I feel like I got angry, and I shouldn't have. I don't take back my feelings, but I feel like I was too aggressive, and I apologize.
Okay.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Okay. You accept?
Yeah, I accept your
Great.
apology.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
We promised never to talk about the subject again.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I do want to play someone sent us a voicemail that I want to play. No. It's all fine. Let's hear it.
Hello. In response to your poll, I just wanted to say I don't hold the debate against anyone in either direction. However, I would urge you to stop because lately I've just been feeling very, I've been in a bit of a funk, in kind of a, press the button kind of mood. I think if I was in office, we would have pressed the button by now. But I just can't hear about it ever again. Please. Thanks very much. Bye.
I think we're all in agreement, right?
Can I have her voice?
Isn't that wonderful?
Jesus Christ.
Also, shame on you for assuming it's a woman. Shame on you. Shame on you.
It's a guy?
No, it's a girl, but you shouldn't.
course it's
you
a
should never
woman.
assume that anymore, Heidi.
Oh my God.
Okay. Isn't that a great voice?
I mean,
Yeah.
sex pot.
She's
Sounds
also
like
7, so you might
She
want to.
sounds like a James Bond, like.
Oh yeah, like the seductress.
Yeah. Mr. Bond. What is it? Is that an English accent?
I assume so. You should know. You're
Right?
the master of accents.
Oh, that's right.
Pip,
Chip, chip, cheerio.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I always say. Pip pip cheerio.
Oh, I talked to a woman from Dublin. Okay. And I
Is
go,
it a listener to the show?
no,
or
I
is it
just met
a
some
rando?
girl and
Okay.
her accent was amazing. I was like, where are you from?
You didn't know?
Nope.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm from Dublin. She's like, but my accent, I've been here for a long time. And I go, oh, so can I show
no.
you my accent? And she's like, sure. And I'm like, just so you know, it's horrible. And I do something.
Wait, who
with
is this person? How did you meet?
This random person at the coffee shop.
That you want to run your accent by?
Of course.
You're amazing.
But
in
I'm
the
all-
best way.
So I go, top of the morning to you. And I went like this. And I go, why do I do this? And she goes, first off, the accent is, I go, I know, it's awful. She's like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And she goes, this is actually something that's like a old, like if you watch the movies, the Irish people, like the old men do this with their arm, like do their,
Just Irish men?
She's like, yeah, if you watch like a, whether it's like a leprechaun or something, they're like, I'll get you.
What's the
I was about to say, I'll get you my pretty little dog too.
I was thinking Wizard of Oz. I was thinking the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not Irish, but
That's really funny.
But she was laughing because she said, that's how like that goes with that. And I'm like, does it though? Like, what is this?
How did you start this conversation?
She was with her girlfriend and we were just standing in line at the coffee shop.
And you're like, I heard your accent. I can't help but let you know
said,
that I
"Where-"
also do a good Irish accent.
I was like, where are you from? And she's like, I'm from Dublin. And I'm like, oh, I love your accent. I'm like, so I'm on this podcast and...
Did her and her friend laugh? Would they find it funny?
Yeah, they
That's
did.
really beautiful. I love that. Can we talk about the most important thing in the world?
I'm trying to think of what that would be.
With your blessing?
Sure.
With your Jared blessing?
What is it?
I have discovered a new show that I am over the fucking moon about.
What is it?
And it is, you've probably seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not being ironic. I'm not being funny.
Mm-hmm.
Love on the Spectrum is the best show I've ever fucking seen in my life.
That's weird you said that. I just started that.
When did you start it?
2 nights ago. I
Yeah.
watched the first episode. That's it. And I have to watch
The seasons are short. It's on Netflix. Everyone, please watch Love on the Spectrum.
It's so sweet.
It
But you
is
know what?
so
I
wholesome.
think I'm on the spectrum. A
You
little
do?
bit. I think we all are a little bit.
No.
But But this is different. These are like, oh, it's so sweet.
Just wait.
I love the brother, like the guy that has the brother, like the
Michael?
cute brother. Is that his name? And the mom.
The mom is the fucking best. Michael's mom Just
so
wait.
amazing.
He's in both seasons. The first season is 5 episodes. The second season is 6 episodes. And I wish each season was 100 episodes because this show gives me so much joy and happiness and like appreciation of life and love. And I think it is literally the most wholesome, heartwarming show I have ever seen. And at first, when I heard that it was a show, I was actually concerned. I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, that's a weird thing. Like, it seems exploitative. It seems like it would. How can you have a show like that and have it not exploit this? This is it an illness or this? No, not an illness, but it's
it's a challenge. It's not a challenge.
My God, what's the fucking word? Memories.
It's a,
condition.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're born with it. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Maybelline. I don't know.
Yeah.
But man, watching these people who struggle like socially, putting themselves out there to find like a partner and to find love is so sweet and makes me feel like I have no excuse to not pursue anything ever. Because these people know how hard it is to like connect.
Right.
And they're just like us. They just want to love and be loved, and that's the most important thing in life. And please watch it.
I saw the one where maybe it wasn't the first maybe I'm on the second episode, where he went on the blind date with the other girl that's autistic.
The whole thing is blind dates.
Oh, it is all blind
The whole
dates.
show is like basically blind dates, and then there's a couple couples on it. But mostly it's autistic folks looking for love.
Oh.
So there's blind dates, and then like people that are not characters. Why can't I fucking think? Like they're on the show. They're
the stars.
Whatever the fuck.
Good.
Cast members. Member. Okay. Whatever it is. I don't know what the fuck it is. But they'll date each other. They'll go on blind dates, and it is so sweet. I cried. There's 11 episodes. I think I cried in 4 of them.
Oh, I used to.
I love love, Heidi.
I love love, but I also love autistic people, like
No filter.
like severely, like
Yeah.
that aren't like, oh, I'm like I say, I'm on the spectrum, but I'm
No,
I don't.
you can
have
function
issues.
fine in
Exactly.
society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I waited long time ago. I waited on this couple and their son, and you could tell they were like, they were so stressed out with their kid. He's probably like, I don't know, like 13. I think he was 13, and he was just kind of a mess. Like just making noises and just all over the place. And she looked at me and she goes, "I'm sorry, he's autistic." And I'm like, "You don't be sorry. I didn't even know. I don't care." And I was patient with him. He came up to me. He walked up to me and yelled at me. I was like, "It's cool. I'll be right." Like, you know what I mean? And then at the end, he gave me a hug.
Oh my
and
God.
I started crying.
Yeah.
And then they asked me over for dinner, and I went to dinner at their house because they because she had said nobody has ever treated us like we were human beings, because they just see our child
As a nuisance, as like an
like,
annoyance.
ugh, like what? But I was like, no, no, he's perfect. He was smart. He said like some crazy things, and I was just like, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And he was like, I don't know.
I would
beautiful.
be lying if I didn't say there were times when I was like at somewhere where there was like an autistic child or a child that was struggling, who was loud or yelling or crying, and I found it super annoying, like a barking dog or something.
Right.
But literally watching this show, I think it changed me as a human being to be more understanding of them and all people.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really great.
There's a grocery store on Franklin over in Beechwood, and I forget the name of it.
The one
It's
by
main
Birds?
one. Yes.
Yep.
And there's a guy that works there, and he has Down syndrome. And every time I go in there, he's like, "Hi, Heidi," and he gives me a hug. And
The
he's so
sweetest people in the
happy.
world. Yep.
And I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you up to?" And as soon as I walk out of there, I cry. Every time I'm like,
I talked about it before. I had a Down syndrome cousin, and her heart was like just the biggest heart in the world. All they want to do is love everybody.
They love everything, and they're so excited and happy. And
Heidi, you're tearing up now. I can see it.
I am.
I know it's
God
beautiful.
Damn it.
I know.
But I think about myself.
Why can't we all have Downs?
And I'm like bitching about like, oh my God, I'm late. I'm 10 minutes late. Oh my God, I'm driving. I'm like, you asshole. Like, just
Perspective, everybody.
yeah.
Listen, things are stressful. Life is stressful. Let's be appreciative. Let's not sweat the small stuff. And if you are not autistic or you don't have Down syndrome, be grateful. And if you do have it, also be grateful because you're here inspiring people every single day.
God bless America.
That statement was to our entire Downs audience who love the show. We have a big Down syndrome.
Wouldn't that be awesome if we did?
I don't think so.
But that'd be really cool if we did.
I'd be concerned if we had a big Down syndrome pocket of listeners.
Have you seen, not speaking of Downs, but Shia LaBeouf, he has that movie. Have you seen
Peanut Butter
that?
Falcon.
I haven't
Unbelievable.
I haven't
Holy
seen it yet.
shit. The
So,
Peanut Butter Falcon.
I'm going to name drop right now, but...
You
but
are?
But I know Shia like a little bit. I haven't seen him in the...
name dropping some names. Heidi's name drop.
What?
She isn't afraid to drop those names. It's kinda lame.
Oh my God. Who is that?
That is our listener, Kuhn Browers, who wrote that and performed that for you. I was hoping to save it for when you and Darren were here, but you just opened the door for it.
That's amazing.
Before you tell the Shia story, Kuhn made a dream come true for me. Like I've been waiting for years to have people send in songs about this show or Dark Matter, and I feel like we've made it.
Wow.
We have fan submission songs.
love
And please,
that.
if you're listening, everybody, keep them coming. That is amazing, isn't it?
That's so good.
You're going to hear it thousands of times, but do you want to hear it again?
Yes, please.
Heidi's name dropping some names.
Check out the harmonies, too.
Heidi's name drop. She isn't afraid to drop those names. It's kinda lame.
That's kind of funny.
How wonderful is that?
Is he a singer?
I mean, I would think, obviously.
What's his name?
Kuhn Browers. You've seen him before. I'll show you his Instagram.
Is
But
he- are we-
Kuhn, thank you so much.
Wow, that's amazing.
Patron supporter, longtime listener, and made my goddamn day.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
It's beautiful.
it really is nice. Like, change the lyrics. You got a hit on your hands.
Wow.
Isn't afraid to drop those names. Kind of lame.
Amazing.
Kind of
So-
lame.
So I've known him for a little bit, and Shai is like the sweetest guy. Well,
Heidi.
I watched the Hot Ones. I just
He's
started.
great on it.
Oh my god!
You've never seen the show before?
No.
Oh, we talked about this.
You've talked about it, but
It's the best.
But I only saw on Hulu. They only have like.
Well, go on
I
YouTube.
didn't see the Matt Damon one.
Go on YouTube. They're all-
okay.
yeah, that's where it lives.
I saw the Billie Eilish one. Adorable. Scarlett Johansson.
You know Bobby Lee, the comedian?
Yeah, is he on there too?
He shits his pants on it. You hear it, and then he excuses himself, and they cut, and he comes back after he cleans up his shitty ass.
Stop.
True story.
Oh
Yeah.
God. But Shia is like, but so I remember when he was filming that, but the peanut butter, and I never saw it, but they became really good friends. He's still friends with the actor that's on it.
You will cry
Luke, I
so
think his name
much.
is?
The
Luke?
movie is unreal.
Oh, I can't wait.
Unreal.
I gotta watch it.
I wish we had more.
Name drop,
So good, isn't it?
dropping them names.
If you guys want to write any songs about anything with the show, whether it's about Grumpy/Pervy D or Heidi's Succulent Milkers or more name drop songs or Dan's Succulent Milkers, send them in at rareformradio@gmail.com and we will play them on here.
That's
I love
amazing. Very
that.
cool.
I want to keep talking and shooting the shit and being fun because this show's about fun. It really is about fun. It's about fun. It's about knowledge. It's about working out differences, and it's about love on the spectrum. But
Love on the Rocks.
that's so good.
That's one of my favorite songs.
My favorite Neil Diamond song is America.
Oh yeah, we're coming to, but Love on the Rocks. Ain't
Good.
No surprise.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Pour me a drink.
I'm very patriotic, so I kind of like America. But we do have to get to our phone call.
Yeah.
And then you also have a hard out at
Yes.
some point. So let me get this person on the phone.
Perfect.
This person's name, we're going to call him Albert. And let's get him on the phone. He worked production, like I said, on the production team for the AstroWorld Festival, where 9 people died during the Travis Scott
Wow, the production
situation.
team. That's crazy.
Oh, fuck. How do you do... Wait, no. How the hell do you do...
That thing you do.
My dead friend wrote that song.
Really?
Yes. So tragic.
Who?
Okay. Adam Schlesinger.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Oh, God.
Hey, how you doing?
Albert, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. I appreciate you coming on. I kind of told the audience a little bit that, and by the way, you're on with my co-host Heidi here as well. We'll both be talking to you.
Hi, Albert.
And basically, I just told people that you worked on the production team for the AstroWorld Festival, which tragically had, 9 people die so far, and that was on November 5th. And you and I know each other a bit from the industry, and you were willing to come on here and talk a bit about your experience, concerns you may have had or still have, and I'd love to just get your take on the day, if you don't mind.
Well, I'm going to start with leading up to the load-in. I mean, from the first day when I turned up on load-in, it was like completely unorganized and very, very badly put together. I mean, I've worked on a lot of festivals over the years, and I would have to say this has been the worst one ever. I mean, we turned up and, like, there was nothing ready. It's terrible. Like, we were unloading onto gravel, so nothing,
Oh, Jesus.
road cases that were on gravel, and then we're loading in on the mud and grass. It was terrible. But when it did finally get to the night before show day, the whole build was so behind that we ended up having to do a 24-hour day just to get things ready for show day that day. And and by the time I left in the morning, I went to go to production to get a ride back to my runners. I had to walk back to the hotel, and it was just like the last thing I needed after a 24-hour shift was terrible. But then, when it got to show day, like, we were doing stuff and moving stuff around, and like I was walking out the front of the house and stuff, doing this and that. And there seemed to be very, very, very little really within the barriers. And the ones that were there all seemed to be very young and probably never done this before. Probably never worked in like a rock concert before, or like a festival.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be more there to like get into music and chat to people in the audience. They definitely weren't seasoned security guards.
So you're saying that the security people that were hired to like kind of keep people safe were busy watching the concert?
Yeah. I mean, there was today because Travis was the only person on that day, but like I could tell that they were more so into like what music was being played through the PA and chatting with the audience and just getting ready for a good time themselves, more so than ready for a big concert. I can't say if they were qualified or if they had their security kits or whatever, but it seems to me that they were not seasoned security guards, and yeah, that's my feeling on that.
And the security for the most part was bad from the beginning, because didn't like thousands of people breach security like early in the morning to get in?
I did see that on some film clips on YouTube and stuff, and I'd been hearing about it. And I did hear that people had breached security through the VIP area, and I was there and I didn't even hear through production. No one told us about that. I only heard it like through the media and stuff.
Wow.
But there was definitely a lot of people that broke through the VIP area because there was nothing security there, and they just rushed the guys and they barged their way into the production, into the concert.
Oh,
and,
Jesus.
They never pulled out either. Yeah, they just let them go. So,
yeah, I saw
strange.
them. They were pushing over the metal detectors and just like literally just running past.
Was this before the concert?
This is before the concert. So
What?
one of my questions.
Yeah, this was in the morning of like probably even before noon. Yeah.
I think it was 9 a.m. There was a
Wow.
massive security breach where, I mean, let's be honest. At that point, once you're knocking over metal detectors, who knows if people are bringing weapons in or what's going on? Like, in my opinion, and let me know if this was even possible. At that point, is it possible to like shut shit down at that point once security has been breached so poorly? Like, I got to think that would have been a good time.
I would have thought at that point, well before like any bands were playing, that they could have like shut it down and got all those people out and, you know, like kicked them out and said, you've breached security, you don't have tickets, this is crazy, you got to go. You know, like, you know, I don't know why they didn't do that, but apparently from what I hear, they did not do anything about that.
And they let them stay?
Yeah, because I mean, it was like 3,000 or 5,000 people stormed in, so they couldn't keep track of whoever was everybody.
Yeah, I believe they should have evacuated the site at that point and started again, and probably up their security measures before it got worse later on. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, okay, so walk us through, like, and you were there working when everything went down, correct?
I was, but unlike some of my colleagues who were out in the audience, like around the front of hours and stuff, I was backstage for the whole show because that's where I had to be stationed.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see firsthand any of the. I did hear all the craziness going on. I heard people on radio saying, you know, like there was more people inside what they call the barrier area than there should be. So it was like just completely full, like it was part of the audience. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Man. So,
which is crazy. That people would just jump inside the barrier and it just became like and there was just lots and lots of people inside there. We had equipment stop working because people were leaning on racks and you know, kicking cables and stuff. The things were going down, and then they were climbing up the delay towers, and it was out of control. Yeah.
My God. So, I know that obviously you are not in charge of security or anything, but can you speculate, or if you know, like what kind of corners were cut that would allow this kind of thing to happen? Because, you know, I tour as well, and, you know, Heidi, my co-host, she's toured with bands before. She's a bass player, and so crowd safety is and band safety is one of the most important things at a concert, because people go there to enjoy themselves and to escape and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So, what kind of corners were cut that would get us to this point?
It's hard to say, but I believe, like, leading up to the show, I would have thought that the amount of security of people that had inside the barrier was probably, you know, like, they should have had 4 times as many people, and, you know, like seasoned people who know what to do. You know, like there was nothing in there that looked like it was. They didn't look like people who were going to kick the piece.
Right. Yeah, security. Security should be intimidating looking people that are kind, but the people that you know you can't fuck with.
As long as they know what they're doing, they don't have to be intimidating.
Oh, that's true.
Doorman type people. That, I mean, they just. I don't think they're the type of people who would like push someone back over a barrier and say, "Hey, you can't come in here, you can't do this and that."
Mm-hmm.
They probably would have just gone hands in the air and gone, "Oh, I don't know what to do."
They weren't assertive. You need to be assertive to be security.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But
go ahead.
I didn't see everything firsthand because, as I said, I was stationed backstage. But I did hear on the radio, and I heard on Coleman that it was getting crazy out there.
Man, so
and there was no all call on radio. Which, like, if there was a problem, I would have thought that there would have been an all call saying, "Hey, things are getting out of hand out here. We need to do something." There was nothing like that. Yeah.
So, I mean, we've all seen people before. Hopefully, we've worked for bands before where if they see someone getting hurt in the audience, the band or the artist kind of has a responsibility to calm things down because they are the center of attention at that point. They are the person that has the microphone, the person that can be heard. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Was that done at all? Did anyone in that entourage try to calm things down?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Mm.
And I know what you're talking about. I've seen and worked for lots of bands who would stop and even if there's like a squabble or a small fight in an area, they'd stop and do that.
Yeah.
But that was not the case, I believe. It was hard to hear also where I was because the music was so loud and there was like truckloads of pyro as well. So
of course,
it was a pretty chaotic situation.
So, like, besides the artist taking control and calming things down, what else could have been done to avoid this kind of once it started?
Well, I suppose the fact that, I mean, I saw a clip of this, like a video clip of him seeing ambulances drive into crowds, people out who were in trouble. And then I believe it started up again, like during or when that happening. And I thought that was kind of pretty crazy, but I didn't see it first.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really, really tragic.
Yeah. I kind of also got the feeling that it was like a little enclosed within the barrier too. It didn't like to be like a lot of shows I've worked at where the barrier will go wide all the way out to the sides so people kind of spill out to the sides. I kind of felt like it was a little enclosed, but at the same time, I don't design barrier areas or that. But
right.
it kind of did feel that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Heidi?
I was just saying, I saw an interview and a security guard got jabbed with a syringe of fentanyl or whatever it was.
Jesus.
And he had to be he was given Narcan. So a security guard went to help and he got hit in the neck with a needle. So somebody jumped on him.
About that.
You what?
I heard something about that as well.
Yeah.
Like just after the show and the next day or so. But I didn't hear or see anything about it first hand.
Crazy.
Yeah, I did definitely. I know, that's crazy. I can't even believe anyone would go around doing that kind of stuff.
Nuts.
Absolutely wild. And let me ask you, like, how are you doing with this? Because I would imagine that just being at something like that, whether you saw it or not, I'm curious how you're doing since then. Are you all right?
It's kind of broken me a bit. I mean, there were times that I've definitely woken up a couple of times with nightmares and stuff about it. I just one of the main things that I really find disappointing is that 8 or 9, I think is it 9 now, I'm not sure, that those people bought tickets to a show and never went home. That's kind of really bad, and it's devastating.
Yeah, if you think about it, each one of those people has family, has friends. So, 9 deaths is countless thousands of people's lives affected. Never mind. How big was the crowd? How big was the crowd, by the way?
I'm not sure. I did hear 50,000, but that might have just been inside the gates. I mean, there was a B stage and there was
okay, so
the little satellite rides and stuff. So I'm not sure it was at 50,000 in one area or if it was 50,000 over 2 days. I can't tell you.
So minimum 50,000 lives are changed forever. Never mind all the splintering out from all the families and friends and stuff. And just this kind of stuff always sends a ripple through our industry of how do we fix this? How do we make it safer? And like, what do we do going forward to ensure that this doesn't happen again?
In quick analogy, I would just say that there has to be more regulations on how many security for how much crowd there is. Also, there has to be a definite prerequisite in how bad it goes.
And that's not a thing already? There's not already like a standardized math equation?
I would have thought so, but perhaps there isn't. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's different in every state.
the wife here, and I feel the opposite because I work for the promoter, and I feel that working on mega stadium tours this summer, we have had advanced so much security,
Mm-hmm.
and go into settlement. We go into this argument where the stadium cannot provide all the people in hand, and it drives me nuts because if we do a call for, say, I don't know, 150 people and 40 people show up.
Jesus. I mean, I feel like a show should not go on if that's the case.
I believe that's it. Yeah.
And you know what? I can't say right or wrong. You don't know until it happens, and their call is literally an hour before doors.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really hard. And I did this with the stadium tours also. I won't say what tour I was on, but I was on stage for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there with the head of security from the tour that advanced all the people. They didn't get all the people, and he went around and clicked and did, okay, who's here at this sport, this position, at that position. And they weren't there. And I Live Nation and saying it's not our fault.
Mm-hmm.
We did the fact to stay and do what we have to do, but we passed it off to the local or the tour, promoter, and that's what we did. And I mean, I wasn't a part of AstroWorld, but a part of me is like keep blaming Live Nation. I'm like, we were the money people behind it, and I mean, I don't speak for Live Nation, but I speak for the fact that like we provide that. But what really sucks is COVID took a lot of security and locals and ushers and ticket takers and everyone away because they all got better jobs.
Right. Yeah, so it's going to take a little while until we're all completely restaffed and things are back to being professional and safe again.
Yeah, it's definitely a long way off. It's not back to how it was. Yeah.
Wow. Does this have you at all? Like, are you rethinking your career? Are you going to stick with it? Like, where are you at? Right. I know it's very fresh. It's like less than 2 weeks ago, but
before anyone died, even the night that I had to work 24 hours and into the morning and then walk back to the hotel, was like, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore. I mean, like during COVID, it's like, I can't wait to get back to my job. But like when something like that happens, it's like, I don't need this. It's like, I don't want to work in a job that's, it's okay for them to make me work 24 hours.
Right. And here's the thing too, is that like, all of us that tour, we know that festival days and festival week, if you're behind the scenes person, festivals require so much extra work. And then I haven't been on a proper tour since COVID is, winding down, but yeah. I've heard that everyone now is doing more jobs than they used to. Everyone's picking up slack because everyone's sort of understaffed. And that's unsafe.
It's been a while since I'd worked on a festival as like one of the people there from the start to the finish, because I usually just go in with an artist and do a show and then leave.
Right.
But it was a quick reminder of how it gets, and doing those long hours, I was definitely thinking, I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Understandable.
It was crazy.
Understandable. Any closing thoughts before we let you go? I mean, I really do appreciate you sharing your thoughts, and I know that like you're not really.
Oh yeah. No, thanks for having me on. And I'm sorry I can't like divulge more into it. As I said, like I wasn't out in the audience and I didn't see a lot of it. So I did hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
The next, I was there after it happened, and I was kicked off site by the police who came in and made a crime. Well, so
you said I'm sorry. Did you say you were kicked out because the whole thing became a crime scene?
Yeah, the whole area became a crime scene. Police kicked us out.
Wow.
And I believe at this stage it still is that. It hasn't been packed up.
Unbelievable.
Whose fault do you think this is?
If this had to fall on someone's shoulders.
It's hard to say. I mean, it's got to be a joint thing between the people who okayed the security, the barriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The the production company that put it on, I suppose. Maybe they were cutting corners. It's hard for me to say. Yeah.
It seems like if you kind of take it all in, I know it's still pretty fresh and there's going to be an investigation, but there's so many collapses in the way things are supposed to work, where it falls on the production team, the promoter, the security, and even
the artist.
The artist. I mean, the artist in a way you might not legally have a responsibility to keep people from being hurt, but you do have a moral responsibility to say something. If you see a fucking ambulance driving through your crowd, stop playing.
Even before that, though, I saw the video. There was a guy being sort of like taken out, you know, like what's that called when you carry somebody out?
Crowd surfing,
and it's a kid, and he's out cold. And Travis Scott is singing, but he's like, oh, like doing this low thing. And it's very dramatic, but it's like you're watching this kid go out. But I guess it's a normal thing at his concerts. Like people like pass out and get crushed. Not crushed, but this guy was like, you know, like it was so bizarre to me.
Now listen, also to play devil's advocate, you know, when you're on stage and you're playing, sometimes you're not fully, you are in your own zone. You're not fully aware of, and sometimes you can't really see the crowd.
Right.
But someone's got to get in your ear and be like, Travis.
People were screaming, stop the show.
There's an incident. Like, let's stop playing.
I'm surprised it's to the point where someone relayed to him that he was getting out of control. Sorry, that's more than. Things are out of control. And he didn't make any or take any measures to stop it. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, like, people in the heat of the moment of the show, like they're getting pressure and stuff.
Yeah,
to put on a fantastic show, and like, you know, but I think there has to be some kind of like blame that goes back to that as well. I believe.
Yep, agreed.
Wow.
Well, damn, Albert, thank you so much for letting us talk to you for a little bit. I hope that your sleep gets a little bit easier, and I hope that the things get safer for all of us out there, including everyone who, like Heidi said, you know, spends their money to go to a concert to enjoy themselves, and they don't go home. It's sad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Dan and Heidi, for having me on.
Of course.
It's been good to see you.
We'll talk to you soon, okay? And say goodbye to your wife for us.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Man. Ay.
That's something.
There's a video. There's a video of one of, I guess, I don't know what part of where this was, if it was in the middle or off to the side or in the back, but they had the spotlights, the light. You see that? And there was a guy so it was a lighting guy, and there's two ladders on each side. And these kids were climbing up, this one girl and this one guy, and they're like, stop the show, there's somebody dead down there, people dying. And the lighting guy just looks at the kid and keeps like doing the light. And this guy, and they had to climb up in order, because they were about to be crushed. And they're like, people are dying down there, stop the show.
Jesus Christ.
There's a whole video of it online, and it's like, it makes you sick, because you're like, and then there's a story about the ICU nurse, this beautiful young girl, and she said that she felt it. And I can't, oh my God, just thinking about it, I would get, like, I have claustrophobia, and then of crowds too. She said your feet, you lost footing because they were pushing towards you. And she's like, I felt myself lose my footing and being crushed. And she goes, oh my God, I'm about to die. And then she said she came to, and she was amongst all these like people that were out. And then she said there were these young people, teenagers, giving people CPR. And she came to, and she goes, wait, find a pulse. And they're like, okay, they have a pulse. And she goes, don't give them CPR if they have a pulse, because you're going to break ribs. Oh, yeah. You're going to do harm. Find the ones without the pulse. And she said that she found one that without a pulse, and she said it was just the worst scene you've ever, because there are still people in the hospital in critical condition.
Yeah, as of right now, the death count is 9, and it could be more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if there's going to be brain damage. I don't know. There's tons of broken bones and bruises, and like you said, I also have claustrophobia and asthma, and I can't imagine the feeling of being held down and like not being able to breathe.
You know what reminds me of? Do you remember the story? I was so not obsessed with the story, but I played there in my band. It was the one, not White Snake.
Oh yeah, in Rhode Island.
White,
no, it was Great White.
The
Fire.
Great White.
The Fire.
Have you ever
in Rhode Island.
Played there before?
I'd never played. I've seen shows there. Was it Lupo's or something?
No. I've played Lupo's.
But yes, I've been. It was a small place in Rhode Island,
I
right?
forget. Yeah, we had just played there, and we also had tiki torches.
Oh shit!
And so I was like obsessed with this because I know exactly when the guy went back to get his guitar, he died. I know exactly where the exits were, where all that, and how when everybody was bum rushing the back, that's what happened. They bottlenecked or whatever, and they piled on top of each other trying to get out, and everybody was like,
I'm gonna see how many people died at that. It was
my God.
Great White Fire. Oh no, shush, shut up.
I remember I lived in Chicago and I just couldn't stop watching the news because I was like, oh my God, we just played there. What's that called?
It's weird when you've been somewhere or played somewhere where something bad has happened. Like I've done shows at the Bataclan before, and where the Paris shooting was, and I knew people that were there during that. And it's weird because you're like, I know where that is. Yeah. I know the curtains they're climbing on to hide in. Like, it's fucking weird. So sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com. 100 people died at the fire?
It was insane. Because what happened was also the station. And in I remember there was like a back door by the bar, and it was chained. So all these things, and do you remember?
People were tripping over the chain and stuff, right?
No, they couldn't get out of the door.
Oh my god!
And the fire because of the stuff on the wall. Like I remember that. I remember the stage. I remember it all.
You couldn't build a room that was more flammable if you tried.
Do you remember? It was, I don't know what year that was, but that year
2003.
There were like 4 other things that happened. I don't know if you remember. And so then they started to make it so like the exit doors are open all the time.
Oh, smart.
There's no locks on them. Like, why would you fucking put a lock on there?
Because you don't assume it's going to happen. You don't assume.
But the stories from that.
Remember when maybe 2012, 13, 14, when all those stages were collapsing? Like the festival stages were falling over and people were dying?
No.
So
do I remember? No.
I was in tour with Jane's Addiction, and there was 2 stages that collapsed because they were built poorly and fell on top of the crew, fell on top of the band, fell into the crowd and killed people in the crowd. You don't remember this?
Remember this. Was it from the wind?
One was wind.
Yeah,
one was wind, and one was just badly built.
I think I do. Yeah. Was it like a country music
One of them
thing?
was.
Yeah.
We missed 2 of those stages by a day. We played the festival, and we were gone. Like, I think we missed 2 of them by a day.
Jesus Christ.
And one of the people that died was right where I had my shit set up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just like, listen, if you're in the music business, if you're on the production side, please don't cut corners when it comes to protection of the crowd and the bands. Please don't.
But it's just it's reminiscent of what just happened on Rust. Same fucking shit.
Yep.
They cut corners, and also it was messy. And did you see there's a picture out showing the table where the guns are just hanging out there.
Okay. Yeah.
But like Albert was saying, that even at Loden, it was the most unorganized thing he's ever seen. You can't do that with that big of a production.
And no one wants to be the person that has to pull the plug.
Yeah.
Like on anything.
Oh my God! In the morning, that's insane. That there was that.
That's
breach.
what I realized. Right before you got in here, I was reading about it, and that breach was at like 9 a.m. and he didn't play until nighttime or something, right?
Well, fuck that. Yeah. That's when you say, you know what? I'm sorry, but you guys ruined it for the rest of us.
Right.
Sorry.
I think they estimated like between 3,000 and 5,000 people came in without being scanned.
Oh my god.
And you didn't see you see the video of them knocking over the metal detectors
I
and just
haven't. Nope.
So then like security is just like trying to grab a person, they wiggle away while 20 other and like they grab people and then they just let them go and they just run. Then like is either cops or security came on horses. They couldn't stop anybody. And you can see that, and also I also understand in a way when you watch the security guards trying to stop people. Like if you or me were trying to stop 300 people,
Can you imagine?
eventually you're just like,
I'd just be like, you know what?
like, I
Whatever. Yeah, you do.
it's my job, but I can't
You
do
don't
it.
want to risk your life. I either by being trampled or punched or shot or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that guy got shot in the neck with I don't know what it was, but he said he felt like a prick. And then all of a sudden he comes to because they had to do a Narcan on him.
I mean, the silver lining is he got high for free, which is nice. If you think about it, it's kind of like a freebie,
nice little
freebie.
nap.
You know, Dr. Phil giving you a little taste so you get hooked.
But I didn't know there was that security breach. So that should have been like a warning sign right there.
You got to see the video. It's just like you can see it happening, like jumping past, and then like where the fuck? It's like a stampede of kids coming through.
Wow.
And the metal detectors being knocked over and
That's like my nightmare.
full on chaos.
Like a worst night. I would never go to anything like that unless I was VIP in the back. But he even said too that they were.
Yeah, they came into production area. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
And
Wow.
the scary thing is that like it's like a prison riot where if all the inmates decide that like we're gonna fuck up these guards,
right?
There's nothing they can do about it. The guards can't stop it. So when people become aware that like no one's gonna stop us from doing this, we can do whatever we want.
It's like on Melrose. What happened on
the store smashing and the windows and the burning and stuff.
They were burning down my friend's restaurant. Like it's just
mob
it was
mob
nuts.
mentality. It is a real thing, and when you mix that with like youth, like kids' brains of like it's just fun.
Yeah, we're doing this for the
What a story!
But like they don't care.
Now you did this, and you contributed to 9 deaths so far, and thousands of lives changed.
Those little kids were there.
16 to 27 is what all the deaths were.
I don't mean to like the 9-year-old that's suing Travis Scott. Like, I just don't think I would bring my. I mean, I guess it's a concert. I've been to them before, but I don't know if I'd bring my little niece who's 9 to that big crowd of people. I just don't. That's really sad.
Yeah.
And the and the one guy that passed away, his family, he was from Pakistan, and he died saving his fiance, who they said still had like broken bones and blood in her eyes, and like she was trampled.
Not fun.
No wonder he has nightmares.
Oh yeah.
You know,
my God, dude.
Because it's almost like I wonder if you. I should ask him that. No, I should. But like, I wonder if you ever feel like too, like, could I have done something to stop me? No, we couldn't.
I mean, think about your own situation.
Yeah,
like you were attacked. There's nothing you could have done.
Mm-mm.
And that's the scary thing about society is that there's certain times where whether you're being attacked or if a mob is going to take over, there's certain times where there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Right.
And that's what's scary.
Yep.
But then it also it falls on the shoulders of people around you. It falls on the shoulders of the rest of society to step in. And I'm sure everyone at this concert, not everyone, I'm sure hundreds of people were trying to get order and calm things down.
For sure.
But you just you can't. And sometimes when chaos wants to happen, chaos is going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and it sucks.
Yeah.
And I hope that the people that survived it, who were a part of it, learn lessons. And I hope people that were, I imagine there'll be some kind of 2020 interview with concert goers who were part of the Stampede,
Yeah.
talking about their regret, and it needs to be discussed so people know, like, don't fuck around. Like, don't storm the gates, because security breaches, like, security is there for a reason. It's a pain in the ass. Of course it is.
Right.
But it's there to make sure no one dies. It's there for a reason.
Right.
And that's why there's ticket caps and you know, capacities exist for a reason.
I mean, you can't go back, but I didn't know about that. I would that would have been it. Done. Nope. I'm sorry.
If I'm the
No, we
promoter
shut down.
and I hear that there's 5,000 people that got in by pushing over the detectors, like I
It's
hate to
not
do
safe
it.
because what if somebody brings a gun now?
For
'Cause
real.
There's no metal detector.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Like,
There's nothing.
That's
Yeah.
it's just smart. That's just not being smart. It's not. Wow, I
Which
didn't
is
know that.
which is why I encourage everybody to seriously watch Love on the Spectrum, because
Yes.
we're gonna end on a happy note here.
Love on the spectrum.
Can I tell you another nice story? Do you mind?
Okay.
Wait, think about it for a minute.
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, go on.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
My body hurts so bad. I went to 7-Eleven by the way. I'm trying to kick sugar a little bit, and it's sending me into a suicidal depression. I'm scared. I'm angry. My temper is very short lately, and I caved in the other night and I went and got a pint of ice cream. I don't think I can do it.
What kind?
I got Ben and Jerry's.
Chubby hubby?
No, fuck that. It's topped chocolate fucking something or other shit. I think that's what
What's
it's
in
called.
it?
It's chopped something fucking or other. Topped.
Topped. Oh, and
So-
it has the chocolate on top.
Yes,
oh my God,
and the chocolate
I love
chips
that
in
one.
it.
Yes, what is that? That's like the
The one I
had
like
that.
is the
It's
topped
so good.
salted caramel something or
yeah.
other
I've
fucking
had that.
shit. I got that, and I got a Haagen-Dazs peanut butter chocolate, which is waiting for me. But I don't think I can kick it. I don't think I can do it.
You don't have to just do it in moderation.
Yeah.
I
Is that
wouldn't-
true?
Yeah, because it's.
Do you mean it?
I mean it. Like do it like twice a week or 3 times, or you know what I mean. Like after.
What about 6 days a week and I take 1 day off?
I love it. That's what I do.
So I was at 7-Eleven breaking my sobriety to get some sugar. And so I was in the back of the line, and there was like a sushi chef in front of me and then the guy in front, right, at one register. You know those guys that come in and they're like, they just buy one beer? It's like one can of beer. For some reason, that's always so sad to me. Like, just get a 6-pack or
Maybe they can't
don't.
afford it.
And that's exactly it.
Aw.
So this is where the story's going, I think.
Okay.
So this guy's trying to buy his his one can of beer. It's like, midnight or something. Puts his card in, scans it, declined.
Oh no.
They run it again. He goes, it should work. I mean, the card's fine. They run it again, declined. And the guy's like, his shoulders kind of drop. And he's like, can we try the other register? And so the 7-Eleven guy's like, sure. So we go over there. Again, there's 2 guys behind him, so I know he's feeling like embarrassed or whatever. Scan again, declined. And the guy just goes, never mind. And he turns away.
Oh no.
He turns away, and me and the guy in front of me both said, dude, we got you. At the same exact time. And the guy in front of me paid for his beer. And I was so happy in that moment that myself and another guy in society were both just be like, no, dude, you're not
Yeah.
leaving here without your beer.
Right.
Like, we got you. And it made me feel really good. In the world that we live in now, where we're all kind of like at each other's throats and just everyone has a line in the sand.
Like that lovely lady in the beginning, her voice, amazing. What she said, we're all about to. I'm ready to push some button.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's It's nice to know there's.
It was reassuring to have to see that and to experience that. And it's not a pat on the back for myself. I'm more happy that the guy in front of me also jumped in.
And the guy got his beer.
He got his beer, and he wasn't like, cool, thanks. He was like, thank you very much, and like eye contact, and like I appreciate it.
Was he young or old? Doesn't matter, but I just want to know.
30s, 40s, probably. It just it sucks when like you can't afford something or your card's being declined. All of us have had cards that are declined.
Maybe we haven't all been there, but I've been there many times.
And in your head, when it's declined, even though you know like this works, you're like, oh, everyone thinks I'm a fucking loser.
Exactly.
I'm not a loser. And you want to prove it to them. Like, listen, I have so much money, but my card is fucked. And it was just a nice human interaction that made me very happy. Yeah.
There's hope.
There is hope.
Peace on earth.
Anything else in closing?
Not that I can remember if there is. Like my memory is.
Did I have anything else I wanted?
You know what I've been watching?
Pornographic materials.
That show Mom.
I never heard of it.
It's Anna Faris, and
I like her.
oh my God, oh my God.
Come on, Heidi.
Oh my God.
She's
a huge freaking star.
Charlize Theron.
No.
Barbara Bush.
No, hold
Kate
on.
Upton.
But it's really cute, and they both play. Oh my God, I don't want to look like
Margot Robbie.
I want to like pretend like I'm trying not to. Google
what's
Allison Janney.
Oh yeah.
And she plays the mom of Anna Faris, and Anna Faris has a kid, and 2 kids, and it's just this really like, it's made by the guy who made what's that?
3 Amigos, 300,
With
3 Kings, 3 Men and a Baby,
Charlie Sheen.
3 Charlie Sheen.
What's that movie? That show? That was huge. Oh my God.
2.5 Men.
Yeah, I'm sorry, whoever. Like, I hate that show. I don't like it at all. I don't think.
I thought you were gonna say that you loved it.
No, I hate it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I can't stand it. I feel like it's too inappropriate, but I could watch it again.
Inappropriate?
Isn't that weird? I'm like, this is crazy. What? Yeah. But that was a while ago. I'm sure if I watched it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the
You're naked in a book and you think that show's
that was
inappropriate?
years ago.
Okay, cool.
But I found the Lord.
Good for you.
That's how I felt about Family Guy. I was always like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, it's so good.
Now it's
brilliant.
my favorite show.
It's brilliant. Stewie is the best character that's ever been on television.
It's just brilliant.
He's
I
the
laugh
love
out
on the
loud
spectrum of cartoon
my
characters.
God, I love. But anyhow, it's made by the same guy who did that, Chuck Lorre.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really, I've been watching that at night, and it just is really.
Is it on
comforting.
the networks?
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
There's like 8 seasons of it. 8 seasons.
It's a lot. I've never even heard of it.
Never even seen
That's
it
where we're at with
before.
TV. I was talking to Dave Navarro last night. I don't have a name drop song. I don't do it often, but I was talking to my good friend Dave Navarro, and I recommended a movie to him.
Did he ask about me?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
No, he was about to, and then I had to go.
Right. Yeah.
So I watched a movie called No Man of God. Have you seen this?
Who's in it? I feel like I have.
Elijah Wood plays the FBI agent that cracks Ted Bundy's psyche.
Yes, it's really good.
You watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's new.
So
Newish.
the point I wanted, first of all, I want the audience to watch it. It was so great. I'm not usually a huge Elijah Wood fan, but he's growing on me in the last 10 years. I think he's a very good actor. And the guy that plays Bundy is mind-blowing. But the point is that we're in a time now where a great movie comes out, like that's right up his lane, right up his alley, and he hadn't heard of it. So we're in a place now where great stuff is being made that we just don't know is out there because there's so much stuff, but also so much good stuff.
Yep.
Which is a good problem to have. And then he told me about this documentary that is just about the shower scene in Psycho. The whole documentary is about the one scene.
Really?
And it's called like 7856, which is based on how many cuts are in the scene or something.
Oh, wow.
But Elijah Wood is in that. But again, that's a documentary that I would love to see, and I never even heard about it. So we're oversaturated on good stuff.
Yes.
And that stuff includes podcasts. And there's so many podcasts, and we appreciate you listening to this one. And if you're listening and you want to support the show in very small ways, what do you do, Heidi?
First off, you could go to YouTube and subscribe.
YouTube.com/rareformradio.
Don't even have to watch it. Just subscribe. That would help.
But you should watch it and give likes and comments.
Yeah, totally. And go to Apple.
That's called iTunes.
Go to the old Apple. And click on Rareform Radio. It says actually Rareform Radio with Dan Cleary.
That's correct.
I think there's two, or there's kind of, is there two of them?
No, there's if you're on Patreon, you get a separate feed, Rareform separate feed, a special feed of the bonus shows and extended cuts and all that.
I'm 150. I don't know how this stuff works. And then on Instagram, you're at Dan Cleary 79. I'm at Heidi Sabrina. Darren.
Dinelli Radio.
Dinelli Radio. And at Rareform Radio. Okay. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Is that Towley?
It's my
Love
favorite. I say that all the time.
Do it with me.
I sound like Yoda. I have to go.
Thank you guys for listening.
Seriously.
We'll be back next week. Darren might be here. Darren might not.
Bye.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.